his ass keeps
the video
sticking
of
to
a
the
person
chair.
giving birth in a river.
Oh. This next game's called
Stream.
Morph Escape? What? Okay. Whatever you say.
I think that says escapade. What? It says escape on the one thing, but then it says escapade in the other thing.
What is going on? Oh. Political agenda?
Political.
Let's read this. I am 31 years old and I expect to live until at least 2064. That would make me 100 years old. Over the years I have developed an agenda that is based on facing the reality of the future. My 3-year-old nephew should live to see the year 2100. It has become politically incorrect to even consider how our actions today affect the not-so-far future. Instead, most politicians focus on the next election or even the next poll. Some good people have worked and fought hard for many of the following ideas, but I have never seen a complete agenda that links it all together. So this is an attempt to create a well thought out agenda for political and social change and will lead to the future that we really want.
This is probably the appropriate format to talk about this in.
And it just goes on. I will first begin with it. I'm not even going to play the fucking video game. I'm going to read this and then I'm going to quit. It's a much better value of my time. I will first begin with a few basic assumptions about things that can happen in the future. We are not assuming that these things will happen. We assume only that they are possible. So, this was made in 1998, so let's see what he got right and what he got wrong. Number 1.
I'm gonna guess none of it.
It is possible that by the year 2050, we will have cures for cancer, heart disease, and several other major diseases. Number 2, it is possible that we develop a cure for aging by the year 2075. If assumption number 1 does happen by 2050, then everyone in their 20s, 30s, or even perhaps 40s has a shot at an indefinite lifespan, since we could very easily be alive in the year 2075. By the year 2100, the population in space colonies could rival or even exceed that of the Earth. This will be a natural consequence to the increasing population.
You kind of jump to space colonies have a lot of population.
Let's not mince words. I am saying that it is possible that half of the people alive today will have a shot at virtual immortality.
Immortality.
But you said that we cure aging. What's virtual? Our societies have definitely not faced up to this possibility, even though it presents us with the best opportunity in history for human cooperation. Those who are alive today, and especially those who were born in the second half of this century, have a tremendous stake in the future. We will have to live in not only the near future of 10, 20 or 30 years, but we may have to live with the decisions we make now for hundreds of years. This new outlook should inspire us to rise above the struggles and conflicts of our daily lives and figure out what our place is in the great challenge before us. The power struggle between political parties and liberal versus conservative and communism versus capitalism must give way to the question of how do we achieve the agenda. He hasn't fucking told me what the agenda is. What the fuck?
It's the agenda.
Where was I? We must realize that this is not a question of whether liberals or conservatives find the solutions to these challenges. The question for us is, do we find the solution in time? So, if we believe that these things are possible, then it becomes worthwhile to dedicate decades of our lives to making sure that they happen in fact. Even the question of what should I do with my life takes on a very different meaning when applied to an indefinite lifespan. If we do the right things, the reward for success will be many more decades or centuries of wonder and excitement in the future. So I am forcing a new publication called The Optimist, which is dedicated to promoting this agenda and informing its readers as to how they can participate. If you are interested in subscribing to this participation and supporting our efforts to make this agenda happen, call and subscribe, make a contribution, and get a copy of the agenda. We also need help with writing, reporting, editing, etc. To join this effort, call 1-800 Marafo, 1-800-667-2330. With your ideas, your credit card, your checkbook, you you get the picture. Also,
Yes.
feel free to support our efforts by uploading this game to every BBS in your area and by giving copies to all your friends, and maybe even by purchasing the much superior extended version of the game.
Huh.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Man, if I wanted to create some sort of, socioeconomic change, I would probably make a really shitty Windows 98 game.